Hi. All right, so I'm just gonna get plugged in here. Sorry, I'm about a minute or so late. I'm gonna go ahead and open up Spotify if you'd like to listen along. I've posted a playlist. Right. All right. Hi, Julia. Okay, so today we are just going to be using one or two props. So just a yoga block if you have it, or even I've got some options back here. So even like a really hefty book, like a textbook or something, or a pillow. Any of those should work. The block or the book is probably preferable for some of the moves that we're doing, but you can definitely make it work without. So we're just gonna wait a minute or two more here, just to allow folks to filter in. If you are watching right now, please do let me know, does this time work for you? Do you like having this time, or do you just like watching it as a replay? Go ahead and put it in the comments anytime during the flow or after the flow. Just trying to get a sense of what works for people and if they like this or if they want something different. Additionally, if there's anything that you've been really wanting to stretch, or there are any poses that you've like always dreamed of being able to do, please also put that in the comments, because I make all of these flows, so I can definitely make one around the area that you want to be working on. Okay, so it looks like we've got a couple people, so let's go ahead and get started. So you're gonna go ahead and get comfortable. Move any cats that have made their way onto your mat. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start by laying down onto your mat. When you lay down, we're gonna open our knees out in that Supta Baddha Konasana position. So bringing the heels together, legs go out like you're sitting wide. So legs go out wide, lay on down. Okay. So let's take a couple of minutes here just to center onto mat, onto ground. Calm down, focus on the breath. I don't know about you guys, but I could definitely be using a little bit of calm down time. Just letting go of any stress that you're feeling. Not paying attention to anything that's happening around you. You gotta love animals. They just bring so much spice and love into your life. Now that we've been down for a little bit, we're gonna focus in on that breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose, fill all the way up. Hold at the top, exhale out through your mouth. Don't be afraid to be forceful with these. Big in through your nose. Hold top, exhale out. One more just like that. Deep breath in through your nose. Hold at the top, exhale out through your mouth. Take a second to notice which parts of your body are touching the ground right now. Noticing if there's any sensations. I'm definitely feeling like it's trying to get used to this position. And just notice it and say, okay, I hear you, and move on. We're going to quiet that breath, but keep that same intention with it. So keep thinking about bringing it in through your nose, filling up your whole body, and then breathing it all out, emptying out. It doesn't have to be loud, it doesn't have to be forceful, but it does have to happen. You have to bring your mind to it. Let's go ahead and start waking up the body here. We're going to roll our head side to side. Bring your head back to middle. We're going to look up and down. It's a little weird when you're on the ground, but it definitely forces a little bit more push when you're looking down, bringing your chin to your chest. And bringing it back to the middle. Bring your hands to the outsides of your thighs. Close them up. Maybe shake out your tailbone a little bit. We're going to draw those knees into your chest. Squeeze them in. Rock a little bit side to side. From here, we're going to go ahead, tee out the arms, keep the knees together and let them fall towards the left, looking towards the right. Nice gentle twist here. We're just starting up. We don't want to do anything too intense right now. And if this feels not so good on your back right now, maybe taking that pillow or that block and putting it underneath your knees. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming back up to the center. Option to help your knees with your hand. Go ahead, let your hands, your knees drop to the other side. Head falls away. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more just like that. In. Exhale out. Option to use your hands to bring your knees back up to center. We're going to plant those feet down, but this time we're going to bring those feet out to the width of your mat, so your knees come in and your feet go out. And just take a second to see how that feels on your hips, your lower back. So if any time your lower back is feeling overwhelmed by any of the movements that we're doing today, this is a wonderful place to come. It's going to sink your lower back lower to the ground, put a little bit more into your hips and glutes so that you can get a little bit of relief in any spinal tension that's happening. So this is a great place to come if you need a little bit of decompression. Okay, go ahead, bring those knees back into your chest. So option to go kind of fancy funky route is to rock and roll up. Other option is just to sit up. But if you'd like, you can rock and roll a couple times until you come to a seat. Once you're in your seat, cross your legs, bring your hands down to the ground and come into a tabletop position. We're going to warm up that spine here with our ever increasingly needed cat-cows. We're going to start with a cow, bringing our chest through our shoulders, belly comes down. Deep breath in. Exhale, push to the shoulders, round the spine, looking down toward your hip. Deep breath in, cow. Exhale, cat. Cow. Cat. Coming back to neutral spine here. We've done this a couple times before, but we're going to go ahead and do it now. We're going to go side to side. We're looking over your shoulder, back towards your hip. Bringing shoulder to hip here. They're not actually going to touch, but you want to be reaching your body as if they were about to. Come back to center. We're going to do a couple of bird dogs. So we've done these in our workouts, but here we're going to be thinking about elongating. So from here, we're going to go ahead and lengthen out that left leg, dock those toes on the ground here. We're really thinking about this being long, okay? From here, we're going to lengthen out the right arm, right in line with the shoulder blades. So we're thinking about this long line from the fingers down to our toes. Option to stay here or option to raise that foot. Again, this is not about arching up, but rather keeping a nice long line. From here, crunch elbow to knee. Make space with that spine, just like cat. Extend out, long. Out. So we're doing that same motion that we were with our cat cows, but now we're just adding in this arm and leg engagement. Really light up the core here. One more time here. And elongate here. Go ahead, dock the back leg here. Now option to put that arm up. Hand comes on here, and we're going to open up here. If that feels good, you stay here on. We're going to lift the back leg, bend the foot, and reach for the toes. Really grabbing into this, you can pull up here. Always an option to keep that hand on the hip and up. Starting in our line. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist torso back down to the ground, letting go of your foot if you had it. Arm comes out long before you reach it back to the ground. Back to our tabletop. All right, let's do the other side. Right leg goes out long this time. Left leg, left arm goes out long. Nice long straight line here. Energy going out from the fingers all the way down to the toes. Now the option here, raise that back leg, keep it nice and line here. Crunch elbow to knee. Make space with that spine. So a few more here. Really be intentional with that chest, that spine here. Last one. Stand out long, dock those back toes. From here, we're going to reach the arm up, dock it on the hip to open up towards the ceiling. If this feels good, stay here. If you'd like to add on, raise the back leg, bend the toes, bend the knee, back towards those toes, to extend up. Deep breath in. Exhale, let go of those toes, or bring the torso back down. Hands touch the ground, knees, and back to tabletop. All right, we're going to go into a crouching curl here. Tuck those toes under, walk those hands back. So we're already sitting on our ankles here. We're going to just push up so we're on our toes. Have a little balance here. From here, we're going to push our hands into the ground. Really curl that spine up to the ceiling. Push the blade. Boy, that feels good. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to go ahead, extend through the legs. Walk those feet out wide. Wrap those elbows, gentle bend in the knees, walk side to side. Your hamstrings will be so happy if you do this more often. And that head hang heavy. Maybe nodding, excuse me, shaking no, nodding yes, not positive. Let those hands come to the ground. We're going to bring those feet together, toes touch. Slipper spacing between the toes. Halfway lift, crawl those fingertips underneath those knees, flat back here. Back down to your forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up to mountain. Plugging those shoulders down, core engaged, even in this standing pose. I'm going to step forward in my mat so that I have a little space behind me. From here, we're going to bring our hands heart center, and we're going to do a little bit of a twist here. So left arm goes out in front, right arm goes back. We're working on keeping our hips, both of them, staying front, so we're not twisting the lower body, just the upper body. Hips stay facing front. See a couple of comments, so I'm just going to check on those really quickly, but just stay into that pose right there. Great. Okay, just wanted to make sure there weren't any issues with the sound. So we're here. You guys have been here longer than me. We're going to go ahead, bring the arms back up to a mountain. And we're going to do the other side. So right arm comes in front, left arm comes back. You can see here I'm really pushing forward with my left hip to keep my lower body from twisting open. Deep breath in. Exhale. Arms come back up to mountain. I'm going to do a nice chest opener by bending those shoulders back, elbows down. Open your chest up wide. Deep breath in. Exhale, arms back up. Inhale here. Exhale, arms come forward. Now from here, there's two options. We're going to flow into it a little bit the second and third time. But from here, we're just going to see where the shoulders are at. So option one, grab your hands behind you and open up. So your fingers are going to clasp together. Arms are going to come overhead as you lean forward. That does not feel good in the shoulders if there's any tension and pain. Grab at the elbows and just bend with the elbows. It's not going to come forward as far, but that doesn't matter. You're still opening up the shoulders. Breathing through here. Deep breath in. Exhale, unclasp whatever is clasped. Put the hands in back down to the ground. We're going to go ahead, put those hands into a downward facing dog. First time here, let's pedal it out. Breath in. Exhale, right arm is going to lift off the ground and towards the left ankle, shin, or knee, wherever you can make contact with it. Reach back here. Breath in. Exhale, right arm comes back forward. Switch it out. Left arm reaches back to the right leg. Really stretching that full back line of the body here. Breath in. Exhale, coming forward. Let's take a big step forward with those feet. Then our forward fold. From here, halfway lift. Flat back here. Forward fold. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming all the way to mountain pose. Exhale, opening. Left arm forward, right hand back. Deep breath in. Exhale, back up to mountain. Inhale, switch it out. Right hand forward, left hand back. Open arm twist. Deep breath in. Exhale, back up to mountain. Open up the chest. Exhale, coming back up. We're going to go ahead, bring those hands to center. So this time, we're going to do that clasp before we go down, okay? So whatever felt the most comfortable for you at the bottom, whether that was your elbows or at your hands, go ahead and get there first. We're going to open up the chest, adding in pressure at the top. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. If you have the hands, you're bringing it overhead. If you have the elbows, bringing it just behind you here. Let go of those hands. Bring the hands down to the ground. Stepping back to downward facing dog. Exhale up into the air. Right arm reaches back to left leg. Exhale back to down dog. Inhale left to right. Exhale down dog. Step forward, forward fold. Halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, back down, forward fold. Inhale, up to mountain. Last time through this. Open arm twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Push with those hips forward. Deep breath in, exhale, back up to mountain. Inhale, exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Deep breath in, exhale, back up to mountain. Bring those hands back down through heart center, grabbing whichever variation felt best for you. Reaching chest forward at the top, open up at the top. And then bending forward, forward fold with our nice bind here. Let go of those arms, hands come to the ground, step back into your down dog. Inhale here, exhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, hands back to down dog. Inhale, left arm to right leg. Making that twist in the back. Exhale, hands back to downward dog here. You're going to go ahead, step forward, fold. All right, so our next vinyasa is just a variation of what we just did, okay? All right, hands come up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. All right, we're going to add in a lunge. So bringing the weight to our right leg here, find that balance. We're going to go ahead, lift the weight off of our left leg, stepping it back into a down, a lunge. Nice open arms here. You need to add in a bend to really get that chest open more. Deep breath in. Exhale. Hands come up. Crescent lunge. It really helps here to make sure that your feet are on different train tracks, that they're not in one single line. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to go right into a warrior two. Keep that front foot facing forward. Back foot goes parallel to mat. Arms come out over your knee and your back leg. Really bringing pressure down into those shoulders. Extending out long, looking over that front hand. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to go forward with the upper body, reaching long until you drop that front arm, the elbow onto that knee. Left arm comes over the head. We have our extended side angle. Option to extend that arm long here. Whatever we're doing, you want to make sure we're lifted, not moving forward like that. Open the chest up to the ceiling. Bring yourself back up to warrior two. We're going to take a quick second. I'm sorry I forgot to cue you beforehand. Make sure that your block or book is somewhere nearby because we'll need it in a second. I'm going to switch directions so you guys can see me better. Okay, so now we're into warrior two. We're back. Okay, so we just did our extended side angle. We're going to go into a reverse triangle pose. Stay with me, folks. We're going to go ahead. Extend that front leg, so we're in a nice straight angle here. Arms are going to do what we do in our reverse warrior. We're going to lean back. Right arm comes up, left arm reaches down. Really, our chest is feeling like we're reaching up and over like a circle. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands come back to warrior two pose. We're going to go straight into a triangle. So if you need to, go ahead and bring that back leg in just a little bit. We're going to bump those hips back towards the back leg. Reach forward like we would for our extended side angle. And tick-tock the arms down. Right? This is our triangle. Option here to bring that block up so you can bring your weight onto it. That'll help keep you upright. I personally really like this, especially when I'm trying to get used to it. So we don't want to hyperextend through that knee. That's going to cause some issues with your leg down the line. So nice little tiny micro bend, right? If you do not have a block or a book, you can always put your hand onto your shin here. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to come back up to a warrior two here. All right, we're going to circle sweep those arms. So we're going to wiggle them. Woo. To frame your front foot. And from here, we're going to step front leg back, so we're nice down facing dog. We're going to go into our first chaturanga. So always an option. I'm going to show you the first level first, and then we'll move into a full chaturanga. We're going to reach forward with your body, drop those knees, untuck those toes, and all the way down to the ground. From here, locking those elbows, bring the forehead off the ground. Nice cobra pose as you push your toes into the ground. Exhale, head comes back down to the ground. Tuck those toes, coming up through the knees, back to dog. All right, so that's level one. Next round, I'll show you level two. All right, I'm going to come back to the front. So from here, we're going to our downward facing dog. We're going to walk those feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up. All right, other side. So we got our right arm going forward, left arm coming back. We're going to bring the weight to our left foot. Take the weight up off of the right foot as it steps back into a lunge. So option to take as many or as few as you want. So nice bend in the elbows will allow you to open up even further. Back here, really opening up the chest. Inhale. Exhale, arms come up, frame the head, crescent lunge. Inhale, exhale, drop that back foot back, parallel to the ground, arms come out long, warrior two. Turn on those shoulders. Deep breath in, exhale, should go upper body over your front leg, rock the bottom arm, right arm shoots up into the sky, opening that chest up. Again, always an option to extend that bottom arm here. Deep breath in. Exhale. Bring those arms back to center. We're going to go straight to that triangle, reverse triangle, so straighten that front leg. Arms go back. Left arm up, right arm down. Deep breath in. Exhale, going straight into our triangle. Hands come back to warrior two. Walk those hips back. Tiny bend in the front knee as we reach forward, forward, forward. Arms tip top. 6. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. One more this side. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Arms come back. We're going to go ahead, not tick tock, circle sweep those arms. Down, we're going to go into our down dog. So now it's time for that to go up to this level. What we just did is always wonderful. And then come forward into a plank. Shift even more forward. So your shoulders are past your wrists. Coming down into a half push-up. Tuck those toes under, pushing up into an upward facing dog. Chest comes through. Breath in. Exhale. Tuck those toes under. Hips come up, down and down. So in the future, if you are ever heard me say, and chaturanga, one of those two that we just did is always an option. Okay. So from here, looking forward in between your hands, walk those feet. We're going to do that one more time, a little bit faster, okay? So from here, walk those hands up, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Inhale, up to mountain. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. Bring the weight into your right foot, lift up your left foot. Bring it back into a lunge. Open twist lunge. Inhale, coming back through crescent lunge, arms up. Drop the back foot, arms out long, warrior two. Going faster now, guys. Upper body goes over into extended side angle. Left arm goes up, right arm down. Inhale here, exhale. Straighten the front leg. Reverse those arms. Right arm comes up, the left arm comes down. Inhale, bring those hands to the center. Scoop the hips back. Bring the upper body forward. 12 and 6 those arms. Triangle pose. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands back to center. Warrior two. Circle sweep those arms. Chaturanga. Bring your full chaturanga. We're in our down dog. Coming forward into plank. Forward even more. Coming down into a half push-up. Tuck those toes under. Push the chest forward, upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, up to down dog. Move forward in between the hands, walk the feet forward. Next side. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up to mountain. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, lift the right leg. Stepping back into our lunge. You might wobble a little bit, that's okay. Building that stability. Deep breath in. Exhale. Arms up to crescent. Open out all the way. We're really circling it out now. Warrior two, arms out long. Inhale. Reach forward over that front leg. Drop the front elbow. Arm comes up, extended side angle. Inhale here. Exhale, come back through the center. Straighten that front leg. Reverse triangle. Deep breath in. Exhale. Hands back to middle. Walk those hips back. Reach forward. Tip-tap those arms. Triangle pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach up. Going back to warrior two for just a second as we transition. Hands down to frame the front foot. Leg comes back. Downward dog. All right, let's do that chaturanga. Moving forward to plank. A little bit further. Shift forward onto those toes. Coming down, half push up. Tuck those toes. Move forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale it out. One more just like that. In through your nose. Exhale it out. All right, look forward between those hands. Walk those feet up. All right, so we do have this one more time, but we're going to add in one or two moves here, okay? So from here, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, mountain. Exhale, open twist, left arm front, right arm back. Bring the weight to that right foot. Left foot comes back, open lunge. All right, so here's the time for a new move. So we're gonna go ahead. Either, you have two options here. One, bring that back arm to your hip, okay? If that feels good, stay here. If you'd like to add on, back arm comes to the back of your extended back leg here. So For here, my right arm is coming to my left thigh. All right? So wherever that backhand is, your front arm is going to come up to reach up. So this is really twisty for me to figure out how to keep my balance here. So you may fall out. Okay, that's where the growth comes and all the bobbles. Deep breath in. Exhale. Back to our open side angle. We're going to come up to a crescent. Open up into warrior two, paralleling that back foot. Arms go up. Inhale here. Reach forward, side angle. Bring those arms back. Reverse triangle. Straighten that front leg. Deep breath here. Exhale, arms back to front. Knock those hips back. Reach forward. Tick-tock those arms. Hang out here for the breath. Deep breath in. Exhale. Hands back to center. We're going to have both of our toes face the front, and I'm going to change directions here for what's going to come next. We're going to go ahead. Both feet are facing in front of you. Arms out wide and bend on forward. See what would have happened if I didn't turn around? Nothing good. So we're just hanging out here, decompressing. This is a place for you to grab your that feels good. Bring your mat. Bending one knee at a time. And that feels really good. Just 2 more breaths here. All right, we're going to go ahead, bring our hands to our hips, bend the knees, and come up to standing. All right, so from here, you're going to twist your right leg forward, bend into that knee, or warrior two that we were just in, and reverse, but don't worry about it. We're going to go ahead, windmill those arms, just like we were before. Now we're doing our chaturanga again. All right, so coming back to that down dog. Shift the hips forward. Warrior plank. Move forward just a little bit more. Half push up. Tuck those toes under. Push the upper body up. Upward facing dog. For here, make sure we're keeping those knees off the ground. The knees coming on the ground is fine. It puts more pressure in your lower back. So if we really engage the glutes and the thighs, that'll keep it out of our back. Pushing up with down facing dog. Yes, Julianne, get it. Stop hopping so we can move on. All right, last time through this flow, I'm going to reset my positioning here. All right, stepping to the top. Halfway lift. Exhale for the fold. Inhale up to mountain. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back, open twist. Bring the weight to the left foot, right foot hovers, and feet back into a lunge. Playing with how many steps, maybe trying to take one less. From here, we have our options again, either hand to lower back, hand down to extended opposite leg. So whatever it is, we're going to bring that front arm up, reverse. Up to the sky, deep breath in, exhale it out. One more deep breath in, exhale, hands come back to center. Ooh, balance challenge. All right, hands frame the face, crescent lunge. Drop the back leg into our warrior two. Bring the front body over, drop that elbow. Right arm comes up, extended side angle. Really trying to open that chest up to the ceiling. Up, reverse the arms, straighten the front legs, triangle pose, reverse triangle, excuse me. Deep breath in, exhale, hands back through center. Push those hips back. Upper body over and tick-tock those arms. Remembering to keep a micro bend in that front leg. Deep breath in. Exhale, arms come up, hands back to center. Both of those feet coming to face the front. From here, bending over, forward fold. So if you're really craving more twists, I know we've done a lot of them today, then you can always drop left hand down, right arm comes up, open up here. You just want all the twists in the world. Always an option just to stay doing what we were doing last time. Switch it out if you were doing that twist. Right arm down, left arm up. Feel this one a little bit more in my hips, which is kind of nice. Bringing that hand back down. Hanging here, really trying to let your body just hang all the way forward. It's really good for your spine to just decompress. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands to hips, tiny bend in the knees, come all the way up to standing. All right, we're gonna go ahead, face that front leg forward, that left leg. Arms come back out to the warrior two, just for the transition of wind, kneeling those hands down, and back to your down dog, and chaturanga as you see fit. Forward into plank, push forward, half push up, untuck those toes, shoot the chest forward, lift the knees. Exhale, back to down dog. Woo. Great work, guys. All right. From here, we're going to go ahead into a pigeon. So bring that right leg up. Bring it through to your nose. And we're going to bring our right knee to our right hand. Ankle comes towards your left hand. Go ahead and drop that back knee. Give you a little bit more room to wiggle around. You're making a 7 with your front knee. And then you're going to shoot your back leg back. Now, it's okay if it doesn't touch the ground. It's more like this. That's totally fine. Take your block. It is to get underneath that hip so you can sit down on it. All right? The front leg comes forward. It's bent into that 7. Back leg, straight back. None of this nonsense. It's really hard to do, so I don't know how you would be doing it. Another tip here is what we want to flex our front foot instead of pointing it. Flexing it will really protect the knee joint here. All right, so stand really upright here. Pull the shoulders back. If this is feeling good, we're going to go ahead and bring the hands forward. You can lean forward a little bit or a lot of it. Whatever feels best for you. Breathing here, you can, even if it feels good, you can grab that block and put it underneath your head or your chest. Bring the ground closer to you. Deep breath in, exhale out. One more breath in and out. Go ahead, if you're reclined, go ahead and bring your hands underneath your shoulders and bring that upper body up. From here, we're going to go ahead, bring the back knee in a little bit. Coming to a tabletop here. All right, so from here, we're going to simplify this a little bit so we don't have to go back into down dog. Bringing that left knee forward, bring the ankle into that 7 shape again, flexing the foot. And reach that extended leg back. Again, sticking the buff underneath your left hip if that feels best for you here. And you can really see on this side the difference between my flexed foot and a pointed foot. So really keep that flexed foot here. A lot of people will say that you need it to be parallel to your mat. Some bodies just don't do that. Mine doesn't do that. It's okay for it to be a little angled in. You just don't want it to be all the way underneath you. You want to try and keep it facing a little bit more parallel to the front of your mat. Keeping that shoulders back, body upright, settle into that hip position. This can be quite an intense stretch. For a lot of people, hips carry a ton of tension, so please take care of yourself here. Don't push it if it doesn't feel good. Okay? If you recline on the other side, we're going to go ahead and do that here. So either bring your hands in front of you and hanging out right here, or coming down onto those elbows, maybe extending the arms out long, maybe grabbing a pillow. That's a wonderful, if you guys ever want just a relaxation sequence, you can do a yin flow. Those are fantastic, but another day. You'll notice here that sides are different, right? You might be putting more tension on the side than the other side. And so you may need more props, you might need less props. Bodies are weird. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. In through your nose, out your mouth. In through your nose, out your mouth. If you're reclined, bring those hands underneath you, push the body upright. We're going to go ahead and bring some pressure into our hands to bring that back knee in. And coming back into your tabletop. It may feel good to wiggle those hips, do a couple cat-cows, whatever feels best for you here. We're going to come on down into a bridge position here. So bring your book block pillow with you. We're going to come on down and do a little bit more work in the lower back glute area. So we're going to go ahead, bring those knees upright, feet on the ground, lift your hips up slightly, enough to put whatever you have with you right underneath your hips. Now, if you don't have anything with you, just go ahead and keep your hips on the ground. It would really or something to put underneath your hips here. Just make sure you're doing that. Okay, so for here, we're just going to do a couple of bridges and leg up all in between. So I'll show you what we're doing. We're going to bring our hands around, arms out long, really bring some pressure into your shoulders and into your hands here. That pressure should already be getting your hips kind of ready to turn on. I feel myself wanting to go into a bridge. And from here, so you're going to go ahead, push into those heels, raise the hips up. We're in our bridge. You guys know this one really well. Keep yourself nice and exhale, bring the hips back down to the wall. You're going to go up to the wall. Just extend them up to the ceiling. Flex and point your toes here.